Meisho Doto just got released and people are wondering how they should build her. So in this video, you will have two choices to either build her as a late surger or a pace chaser. So with that, enough yapping and let's start the video. So this is going to be your late surger build for Meisho Doto, or even any late surger that you want to bid for Leo Cup, you could absolutely use this. So to explain this picture that is in front of you, this is going to be the recommended. These are going to be the best cards that you can use, and these are the alternatives. So as you can see, you have 3 speed cards, Kita-san Black, Asian Flash, Sweep Tosho, 1 power card, Yae no Muteki, 2 stamina card which is Super Creek and Tamamo Cross. These are the skills that I would recommend for you to get. These are all the skills that you would need. Most of these skills are kind of a gamble except for Professor Curvature, Swinging Maestro. But still, they're going to be the best skills that you can use for all late surgers. Obviously, if you get some of these alternatives, the skills would be different, but still, you're not going to be able to get all of this. Oh, for the green skills, you could just search it up. If you're thinking of what green skills is the best, you should go for Hanshin Race Course, which you can get from Nishino Flower, and I don't know if others have it, and non-standard distance from Mayano Top Gun. So those two would be the most amazing green skills that you could have. If you can get Lone Wolf from Sweet Tosho, still gamble, but I don't think that you should get Lone Wolf. Instead, if you're going for Lone Wolf, go for Maverick, go for a double or triple Maverick Umas. But still, I will repeat, Pace Chaser is still the best for Meisho Doto, which is why I'm going to show you the support cards that you would need for Pace Chaser Doto build right here. So, Editor Atlas Uma here. I figured that I should add the legacy units that you could use in this video. So for late surgers, for Meisho Doto, I think that the best that you could use are something like Narita Taishin, Narita Brian, Simboli Rudolph, some staples for late surgers, right? You could also use Winning Ticket if you don't have those 3. Also, another alternative could be Grass Wonder's unique skill. I solely picked this just because of their unique skills, which is why you pick your legacy units anyways. And if you want, and for the sparks, what you're looking for is 6 stamina, 6 power, and 6 speed. Of course, you can't get that perfect ratio, so I would recommend if it's going to be unbalanced, you should lean more towards more speed or more stamina. For the pink spark, obviously, medium is going to be best. If you have a lot of star on your medium spark, obviously it's more chance that it will activate. And also, you can also have a late surger pink spark and a turf pink spark. So obviously, late surger pink spark is going to be very important for a late surger build, because how else would you get that A tier on your late surger? Still very important because Meisho Doto's late surger is just at B. So having that late surger as your pink spark would guarantee to push it at A and maybe even S if you can get it on your inspiration spark. So of course, if you can get a good stat with no medium S and no turf S, you can absolutely just use that, because medium S and turf S, I believe, is just more of a suggestion, but still, it's still a pretty decent buff, but it's not like a game changer. It's better to still have more stats than medium S or turf S or late surger S. So if you're weighing it and you see that your Meisho Doto that only has A on late surger, A on medium, and A on turf have like more stats than something that has S on medium or S on turf or S on late surger, still it's better to go for the one that only has A if the stat difference is very significant. So we're now going for the Pace Chaser build of Meisho Doto. So if you're going to make a Meisho Doto, so for Pace Chaser build for Meisho Doto in Leo Cup, it's going to be Super Creek for stamina, El Condor Pasa power, Kita-san Black speed, Zeno Rob Roy stamina, Special Weak Speed, and Nishino Flower for another speed. If you're having a hard time on like hitting your stamina threshold, you can absolutely change El Condor Pasa and then change it to something like Mayano Top Gun. So you can get this non-standard distance skill. This non-standard distance skill that is very useful for reaching your stamina goals. So for the skills, for all of this card over here, you will find these skills. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get all of them, but what I think are the important ones is going to be Swinging Maestro, Professor Curvature. If you can't get Swinging Maestro, go for Gourmand. Killer Tunes is also pretty good, but you'll have to do a wit check because you might not have enough to activate all of this. So other skills, like for our normal skills, all of these are going to be very good for you. Doesn't matter which one you get for your normal skills, but what I would recommend is to have Pace Chaser Savvy and Hanshin Race Course. Non-standard distance is going to be the 3 best skills that you can get. Also right-handed. If you can get a right-handed, it's not on this deck. Maybe you can get it on a Spark. You could absolutely use right-handed, but I don't think you absolutely need it because you should be getting all the speed that you need from our 3 speed cards. So for our Pace Chasers, the Legacy Umas that you can use is Super Creek if you need more stamina or stamina skills, but you shouldn't be lacking stamina skills if you're using the Pace Chaser build just because you already have Gourmand and Swinging Maestro with it. But if you decided to change your Special Week to another speed card that you have a high LB on, you can use Super Creek, the Legacy Uma, to compensate for that loss of endurance. Other alternatives that you can use are this for Majora McQueen for Pace Chaser, Biwa Hayahide, Tokai Teo, and El Condor Pasa. So any of those 4 would be a nice addition for your unique skill. So with that, I think that the best green skills is going to be Pace Chaser or Late Surger Savvy, Hanshin Race Course, Non-Standard Distance, and Right-Handed if you can get it from a White Spark. For my final thoughts, I think that I forgot to mention Speed Star, which you should absolutely get if you're running her as a Pace Chaser. So sorry to put it over here. You can get Speed Star from her potential level, so it's like an easy free top tier skill. So for my real final thoughts, I think that Meisho Doto is a strong Uma that could compete with current competition. She is also extremely easy to build for longer races just because of the free 20% bonus effectiveness training for her stamina. So for the Late Surger versus Pace Chaser build, I still think that Doto is much better built as a Pace Chaser just because of the existence of Speed Star. And lastly, if you want to know that stat threshold that you should hit if you're building her for Leo Cup, if you're free to play that doesn't have a lot of limit breaks, you should aim to hit 900 to 1000 speed, 700 stamina plus gold endurance skill, and if possible 1 normal endurance skill. If you can hit 800 stamina, I think all you need is a gold endurance skill. For your power, as a Pace Chaser, you don't need much, so 500 to 600 should be fine. For Guts, 300 is what we want to have, which you could easily hit by just training your stamina. For Wit, 400 is the threshold that you should have. This stat threshold may be hard but still feasible for new players since I actually did it in this new video where I made a new account to train Meisho Doto, so check it out if you're curious.